Yo, what's good? Got a quick weekly recap today. Took two trades this week and ended the week in green, which is pretty good. Especially after being on like the last 2 weeks being pretty red. Lost all that I made on the previous week, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, so two trades, one loss, one win. One buy position, one sell position, total of 1.42 lots, and we're up 1.2%. So that kind of evens up with this previous week, which is like all right. So I'll just first go over the trades that I took, and then I'll go over like what emotions and what I could improve going into the next week. So the first trade was on GBPUSD. This is on Monday. Only was 0.5 on the trade because it was Monday. It was a no news Monday, so that's kind of why I de-risked. So the trade idea was based on, okay, so the 4 hour was bearish. So I was in like a selling kind of like looking for sell positions, and then we also took out the London highs, which was pretty good. So took out the London highs and had a reaction. Additionally, but that's not like a essay thing, but it's like another confluence was that Euro USD. This is from NY highs. So Euro USD took out the absolute NY highs from previous day, while GBPUSD did not. So this was like kind of a bearish SMT for GBPUSD, showing that GBPUSD has like more selling power and is more like likely to go down. So that's another comp that I used for this trade. It looks like a win, bro. It looks like a win, but it was a loss, bro. I lost, bro. She was sad, bro. But anyways, boom, we took out the London high and then confirm with SMT and reverse for value gap to the downside, breaking the structure as well. Now if I enter off this, I would have probably gone and filled in over here, which is pretty ass. Like not the best, because I kind of wanted this to have like be one of my break even point, because we did have this for value gap here. So it's kind of like more convinced on having my break even here, but I wanted the break even to be like 1.25 or 1.5. Shit, the thing froze, bro. So that's kind of why I didn't enter strictly off the break of structure. Also because it was kind of like a pre-market sweep, like only 5 minutes, but still just looking for a continuation for a potentially better entry. And boom, we retrace into 5-minute equilibrium and then enter off of the 1-minute MSS to the downside. Or maybe it was just a reaction off the equilibrium, because I don't think it confirmed a bit bullish on the 1 minute, but yeah, entered short off of that, and then stop loss, because I used the 5-minute equilibrium. I put my stop loss above the high that I used for equilibrium, and I got stopped out, bro. I got stopped out, like, it looks, well, again, bro, it looks like it don't get stopped out, but I got stopped out by spread, bro, just barely, bro. Like, I put a screenshot up, bro. It was like, it's like on a little imaginary line and just gets stopped out, and then boom, what does it do? Tanks, bro. Tanks to the TP, and then tanks to the next TP. Reverse after that, doesn't go lower, but bro, seeing that and like starting off the week with that actually like messed me up, bro. Like that actually made me feel like paranoid, like hella annoyed, bro. Like it just put me in more of a bad mood. I literally punched my sofa, bro. I screamed into my pillow. I didn't scream into my pillow. I was just like, fuck, bro. Like, what is this? What is this, bro? It was like really annoying, but yeah, just had to move on. Went to school, stopped thinking about it, realized it wasn't that deep. But it just, I don't know, it just kind of put me in a bad mood. So going into the next trade, this is the next day actually, which usually doesn't happen. I don't usually find 2 trades consecutively, but I didn't take any other trades for the next 3 days. So this trade was based off of taking the Asian lows on Euro USD, took out the Asian lows, and boom, we had a reaction off of that. This was actually pretty later into market open. This was around the 7:45 mark, I think I entered. But boom, Asian lows are taken, then we have a reaction off of that. Inverse value gap to the upside, and then looking for equilibrium or some sort of confluence continuation. There's no order block here, I don't think so. That's why I didn't use order block, but no retrace into equilibrium, but we do retrace into a 1 minute fair value gap. Respect off of that, enter off the 1 minute break of structure to the upside, and boom, enter. TP1 is at this fair value gap, TP2 is at like the NY open, and then TP3 was at the, the Asian highs. This is the London highs, these were the Asian highs. And then I had a runner like to Narnia, like whatever up here, but that didn't end up getting hit. It was only a very small amount of my position, probably like 1/10 of what I entered with. So I didn't really care about what really happened to it. Just kept it running throughout the night. Got stopped out at break even, so not really that deep. I think it was only up like 14 up here, so it was like not that deep. So yeah. So what could I have done to improve these 2 trades? So GBPUSD, what I was thinking is, like, I don't know, bro. I feel like this is like, I don't want to be like, because this caused me to keep a much like wider stop loss on this one, because I used equilibrium. I was more like convinced I keep my stop loss around here, but then thinking about yesterday, I was like, bro, fuck, like that shit was low key annoying. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna play it like more safe and then keep my stop loss lower here. But like I don't really feel like that's the best idea. I feel like this was just like kind of unfortunate because if equilibrium was valid, then theoretically price shouldn't be going up and making a newer like a higher high if that equilibrium was a valid like equilibrium confluence, right? So I feel like I did pretty good on this. It's just I think I got unfortunate, bro. But I don't want to like I'm not trying to blame the markets for this. I'm just saying I think this was just like an unfortunate loss because there are multiple instances where this happened before. Like looking over past weeks. I don't know. There's some trades that I look at, and it's literally like, yo, these are the losses that will happen. It's like just based off good stop. Okay, I feel like this one's not really that much, but it's like, you know, we take our get stopped out, and then price starts moving in our direction. So there's like multiple examples of that. So it's simply just like I feel like, bro, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I feel like my stop loss placement was good. Like I followed my plan, keeping space above the high, for spread, but I guess it just moved higher, so it just got stopped out and then just kept on moving. So like the only thing I should really be doing is like, okay, bro, the shit froze again, bro. I'm actually gonna tweak. But it's like I feel like I should be more focused on the fact that I was able to put on this trade. Like it's a good trade. I followed my plan, I followed my process, and I wasn't like getting emotionally like cooked from it. So I feel like I should focus on that. I was able to like have a general idea of where price wanted to go, and not be focused on getting stopped out, like focusing on the process rather than the outcome, you know. And this trade, honestly, feel like I could have had tighter stop loss placement. And yeah, I feel like TP placement was good too. Maybe keep these two spaced out, but I feel like this was good because we literally top take this and then started going down. So, yeah, I feel like I'm pretty happy with how I did this week. But just going over like how my week went, more specifically in my essay I wrote. One sec. So yeah, being injected on the charts, looking for reasons to trade. Yeah, so going into this week, I was like kind of more wanting to take a trade because I've been losing for the last couple of trades, losing for the last couple of weeks. So that kind of influenced me and wanting to be able to take a trade. I was not being fully objective, and I was in the kind of mood of like, shit, I want to take a trade. Shit, I want to like make progress, kind of thing like that. So yeah. I was also more like, I didn't really have short-term memory, and that's kind of what caused me to have like not being objective, because I would be thinking about the previous trades, and that would affect me on my like today's trading day, when I shouldn't be looking at the previous days and letting that affect me, you know. Like especially with this loss here, this kind of like bled through, like it kind of killed my mood the entire day, and it kind of like leaked into this day. Like I'm happy that I was able to win, but if I lost, I might have like genuinely tweaked. So I gotta make sure I keep like a shorter term memory and not like get mentally cooked by just like one thing, you know. Like I just gotta move on and not focus on like one thing for too long. That's what I'm saying, you know. So yeah. Focus more on the process, not too much on the outcome. Basically things I just said during the trade recap. So yeah, that's pretty much all. Going into next week, we'll see what happens, but can't get too like hopeful of anything good happening. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll have to make the trade recaps and everything too, if I take a trade, or just the market recap. So yeah, goodbye.